Hey everyone, so before this video starts, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone that made the behind the scenes of the musical Flop video promo, my #1 video from August. Currently it's sitting at about 223 views, which is actually the currently highest viewed video on my channel. So thank you again very much for making that happen. I really can't wait to show you guys video footage I shot of Silicon Valley Comic Con, and yeah, I'm gonna just jump straight into it. Bobby Jr., what do you want? I don't know, man. I don't really go to conventions anymore. Alright, let me get dressed really quickly. Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel where I'm still talking about whatever I want, and today I wanted to talk about SiliCON 2022. It's a little bit of a comic book convention, a little bit of a maker fair, and a little bit of a cosplay focused convention, but overall it was a really fun experience that I attended. So a little bit about my convention experience. I used to attend a lot of them back in my day, but only recently I started getting back into it. I think even before the COVID shutdowns, I just wasn't really interested in going to them. I think a lot of it is because of dwindling want to meet celebrity guests, as well as the mundane repetition of these conventions. So for me, I had to take a hard break. I noticed on like my Facebook that the last convention I think I went to was Crunchyroll Expo, either 2019 or 2020. Literally the first thing I've attended in forever. This convention was kind of on the weird side just because I didn't even hear about it until my fiance's job started really they started marketing for them. So like Adam Savage would attend the Tech Interactive and do some speaker notes and even do some classes. And it was cool because I was actually seeing some of my old coworkers getting to mingle with him. She all of a sudden one day told me that, oh, I'm going to enter a raffle for the, I guess, this VIP after party thing. So I was like, yeah, if you get the tickets, I'm definitely going to go for a day because I'd be really interested in seeing how this convention is and how it stacks up to my previous experiences. And she won the tickets, so I was like, heck yeah, I'll go buy a ticket. I bought one for myself. She unfortunately couldn't come to the convention with me, but I made sure to have as much fun for me and to also for her in spirit. I bought Sunday tickets, and yeah, I was really prepared for myself to enjoy this convention. On Saturday night, I got dressed and I headed up to San Jose and I met up with my fiance. We were going to wait in line in front with everyone else that was part of the VIP. There wasn't really that many people waiting, so I didn't think the party would be very impacted. But oh boy, they started filing in after maybe 8 o'clock. So that was pretty awesome. Kind of going up to that location, it felt a little weird seeing that, the place I had spent almost 3 years of my life working, to be able to host this kind of this nerdy type of party convention. So I was like, yeah, I can get behind that. It felt really good to be able to drink while I was at work or at my old work. I think it was gonna be a really nice viewing experience for the VIPs, meeting with Adam Savage and one-on-one.
Thank you so much for representing. Thanks for dressing up. If you're dressing up, or if you're just wearing one of your favorite shirts, you didn't know this, but you're actually still cosplaying. You're one of us.
So I thought the party was okay. For me, I was just there to kind of just enjoy the drinks as well as enjoy the appetizers with my fiance and her coworkers who also won the raffle. And we're all just trying to have a really good time. And all of a sudden, the mood of the party changed once my fiance recognized this famous YouTuber named Simone. She does a lot of maker type of content, so one of her more popular videos was creating a chair out of matches. My fiance was freaking out. It wasn't until one of my fiance's coworkers stepped in and got a picture with her too, with Simone. So I was like, fiance, you gotta go do this. You gotta go, or else you're gonna regret this. And she's really resisting, really fighting, and it's not until Simone notices her like really being squirmy and stuff, and she's like, do you want a picture with me? And I'm like, oh my god, yes, she really wants a picture with you. So my fiance got to talking with her, and she had a blast getting to know her some more. And honestly, you had made her pretty much the month for this convention, Simone, so thank you very much for that. And we also got pictures with Adam Savage too. After we had gotten home Saturday night, and after I was like fairly smashed from the party, I made sure to pack up my bag for Sunday. Come Sunday, I drop off my fiance and I head straight to the convention center. For me, I was dressed in my trusty CRX sweater, like with the Crunchyroll City neon 80s vibes, totally dig it. And I also had little Bobby Jr. hang out with me on top of my head because I wanted him to come and experience it. I want Bobby Jr. to come and experience what a convention was. So for my gear, I packed my Samsung NX1, made sure to have 4 batteries, 2 SD cards, and I had my 2 kit lenses. So I had a 18-55, and then I had a 60mm lens. Ideally, I would have brought some sort of audio equipment, so either a shotgun microphone or a Zoom H1, but I decided not to just because it was going to be extra weight. I also brought like a neck sling camera strap too, which more on that later because of something that did happen at the convention because of it. I head over to the convention center. I'm pretty excited for it, and I see the security, so I'm getting my camera bag ready until the first bad thing happens to me. My camera strap came loose, and luckily I was holding on to the camera, but I was like, oh no, like what am I going to do? So I do like a little simple latch thing and hope it's secure enough where my camera won't drop. Spoiler alert, it's not, but I'll get into that later. The convention, I don't really know how to compare it to, because I remember like Crunchyroll having really tough security, because like they even put up fences for it. Security was a little bit more strict. Like I was surprised that water wasn't allowed to be brought in, maybe because they didn't want illegal substances to be brought in. That would be my guess. That being said though, I'm still gonna like chug whatever water that was in my bottle, mostly because I knew that for the rest of the day my drinking habits would be very bad. So I went to pre-reg and I got my badge. Before I went into the dealer hall, I stopped by the 501st booth and I did the spinning wheel raffle that they had there, and I believe I won a Millennium Falcon miniature, which was really cool. That felt pretty good going into my first convention back from everything, and got some really cool stickers that they were offering there too. And I was just really impressed by all the R2 units that they had there. Really want to build my own, but like maybe that's a future project down the line. I have too many right now. I headed into the dealer hall where I took a look at all the vendors. Some of them that caught to mind were the people selling figures. Some of them were selling like card vintage collection figures at a reasonable price, and there was one guy selling loose Star Wars figures, which I was totally on board to buy just because I've been wanting to do some more army building. I also ran into my family friend's daughter who runs a store called Ebisu Collectibles. They sell really great things. Most of them are like authentic, not even most of them, they're all authentic Japanese products. I bought like an Animal Crossing lunch bag for my fiance too from them, and honestly it's just they just sell really great things. And I walk around the deal hall, take a look at all the maker stuff and all the different technologies, and eventually even make my way to the artist alley as well as the autograph stations too. Honestly, there was a lot of great stuff at the convention, but this convention itself did have a problem with bootlegs though. So after I walked through the deal hall, I chilled for a bit, and then I went to grab lunch with my fiance. After I ate lunch with my fiance, I headed back to the convention center where I went to the ILM panel. I enjoyed the panel a lot. It was a very insightful experience about some of the makings of Episode 2 Attack of the Clones of Star Wars, and it really just made me appreciate Grant Imawara. I think I'm saying his name right. I didn't realize how influential or how much of a direct impact he had on my childhood. He was doing like a lot of the lighting effects for like the model work, and it made me like it looked so good. And so like now, like after he's passed away now, I'm like, damn, I wish I knew that more. ran into the Fawn Davis indie panel. The indie panel wasn't what I was hoping for, mostly just because it felt like it was information I personally couldn't use, but it was a nice refresher on some things I already know. Then the panel ended, and then I went and did my photo shoot with my friend Kaylyn. If you don't know who Kaylyn is an actress that I had on my film called Take On Me. She played the love interest or the muse for like my main actor of J.Kai. And she also brought her name Jeff. Well, no, what did I say? She brought her friend named Jeff. Jeff was dressed up as a Protector Mandalorian from Star Wars Rebels. Great cosplay. I definitely did some photos with him too. Nice little surprise. There was actually a really funny instance when we went and did photo shoots with each other. We had like this random kid all of a sudden come up to Jeff, and for whatever reason, like we have no idea why they decided to like strike up a conversation. From my experience, it looked like it was the kid's first convention, so she didn't know how to interact with people. So I made sure to save my boy Jeff, and then we rotated over to a different spot. We actually shot in Photography Alley, which from my experience from like Fanime and Crunchyroll, usually those places are like completely booked up and like you have to really fight for them. The reason why that area is so popular is because of how the light refracts and reflects. It just makes for like a lot more natural lighting, so you don't need professional equipment, but it also helps to get more of that too. So also when I did the photo shoots with my friends, I made sure to get footage with Bobby Jr. Just because I wanted to really showcase how cute he is. I like my Porg. So that's pretty much it in regards to my SiliCON 2022 experience. As you can tell, I had a lot of fun. There was definitely a lot to unpack from this video to the point where I think I'm going to be splitting this up into multiple different videos. And yeah, if you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and even commenting on this video. It definitely goes a long way in terms of building my engagement. And yeah, I will see you guys for the next one. Bye!